So, if you're wondering where I am, I'm not even on the map. Yeah, I just saw an area in the distance, and I'm like, that looks like it's part of the map. I wasn't 100% sure because the barrier was pretty close by. So I found this guy. Let's see what he has to say. This is the third group of people you've sent here on Enkanomiya's last day. If you want to collect the experimental records, then I have nothing to say to you. Perhaps if you can convince the Erebos and Saganomiya factions to cease their squabbling, we may yet discuss this. In any case, I'm on Saganomiya's side. It's better that these records remain forever buried here in the darkness. Experimental records? What, you're not here to retrieve them? Then leave. But that said, no ordinary person should have been able to enter this place. Are you a Jibashiri, or were you sent here by Saganomiya to silence us? Actually, I was curious, and so I just flew over here. No, we're just... Well, aren't you the bright spark? What do you mean? We're here to watch you work. We're here to check on the measures you've taken to ensure the security of the records. Whatever the case, your ability to get here indicates that you are no ordinary person, but I don't care whose side you're on. Leave this place, better sooner than later. I've placed the records deep within the site, and the way can only be opened by activating an elemental monument that will require a large amount of elemental energy. Once everyone leaves Byaku Yakoku, the Bevisual Vishaps will be let loose. These have been raised to react to a special kind of elemental energy. The Bevisual Vishaps here are all of an enhanced variety, and they have a few very high chance of passing their unique traits on their offspring. In a few years, this place will be swarming with powerful Bevisual Vishaps. As such, the records shall be safe, as can be. It would be safer to just have the records burnt. It was the option that I favored, but our research team is split. It's not as if I don't understand the other perspectives. We're saving Watatsumi. We're heroes. We're going to be the villains in this story, aren't we? Both these views have merit. And besides, leaving the truth to a generation that can forgive us for what we've done, that is an option that I can also accept. Looking at you, you must either be a Jibashiri or one of Saganomiya's retainers. Tell the higher-ups this, that Michiya will remain in the restricted zone until the moment of departure comes to ensure that no one else approaches the area. So that makes you Michiya, then? Although I'll probably have to change my name once we get up above the surface to start a new life. Still, our wrongdoings are not so easily wiped away. Tricolor file. Look for the experimental records and the experimental site. Is this another... No. Still a quest. Still intriguing. Still sort of fun. Gotten better at pulling the wool over someone's eyes again. What's he talking about just now, anyway? Something about lighting the elemental monument up to obtain records. The monument was summoned dangerous provision which have so. Prepare ourselves. This is just well, I'm gonna fight him. That's how this game works. Alright, where's my cheat sheet? Alright, let's go.
What's happening?
What's happening is you're about to
Life goes on.
this.
This isn't good.
You have been released. Prison.
Time to go.
Well, that was easy. Oh, it's one of the books. So I have 3 books now?
Go.
Wait, but there's still multiple.
Tidal wave.
Come on, wait a minute. Even I don't need you. Come on, wait. Why are you climbing? Why are you just standing there? Are you just waiting to die? Are you just waiting to die? Are you waiting to piss me off? Your one weakness, a wall.
Behold, the princess and...
Be quiet, Oz.
feel thyself. Rise.
Money chest. Well, this is definitely making me think the books are in just secret locations. As for the rest, I shall not say. Wait, I grabbed them though.
Jackpot.
Nice. How strange. I have not seen someone in your garb for many long years. From your mannerisms, you are not from Byaku Yakoku either. Are you some guest from afar who fell into this place? I mean, yeah, sort of. To think that there were ways to access Byaku Yakoku from the outside world. Shocking news indeed. I was born here, and I've never seen anyone from the outside world. Someone once told me that he wanted to catch a glimpse of the world outside. I took his words for a jest. Traveler, in truth, I have a humble request for you. There are 7 royal tombs scattered throughout Byaku Yakoku, in which the remains of our sun children, Pantheons, have been interred. The sun children? Indeed. Here we worship the Danichi Mikoshi. After a certain number of years, an infant will be chosen as the sun child. Gaining control over the nation is Paimon the sun child. We had a total of 7 sun children. Like the 7 archons, 7 statue of the, you know. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. A rare traveler from another land, please kindly pay respects at their tombs. Why would you need us outsiders to do that? Isn't it usually up to their family and friends to pay respects to them? Indeed, that would normally be the case. Unfortunately, I fear that no one in this nation would want to do so. In fact, it is likely that these royal tombs have not been visited in a long time. But why is that? Do the people of this nation dislike the Sun Children? Dislike is perhaps too kind of a word. Detest might be more fitting. As I said earlier, the Sun Children were born into their role. But how could mere children rule a nation? The ones who truly controlled everything were powerful people behind the scenes. The Sun Children were mere puppets, their every move manipulated by these people. And yet there was no end to the greed of those powerful people. They grew fat off the toil of the people, compelling the Sun Children to perform heinous deeds. And so the people's ire rose, and many of those sins were laid at the feet of the Sun Children. That's awful. The Sun Children were innocent. Innocent? Oh no, they were not. As far as the people of Byaku Yakoku were concerned, their ignorance was the greatest sin of all. A sin even committed in ignorance can hurt others. Can a person who commits such transgressions truly be called innocent? It would be difficult, no. The damage is already done, and it cannot be undone. Yeah, why do you want us to pay respects to them, then? Well, you can consider this my personal sentimentality speaking. My name is Clymene. Clymene? Yeah, Clymene. I was a female official in charge of taking care of the Sun Children's daily lives within the Danichi Mikoshi. Though I knew that they did wrong, and though I was aware that they were being manipulated, they were still children that I watched grow up. I pitied them, and I grieved for them. In the end, I could not hate them. Though my work involved being around them every day, I was under heavy surveillance. I was not permitted to say a single word when I was around those children. But when no one was around, when they were helpless and afraid, they would say so many things to me, and I could not offer them a single word in reply. If I had possessed but a little self-sacrificial courage to say anything to them, perhaps everything might have gone differently. So please, I beg you, I cannot face them as I am. so this is the only way I can honor them. Please, good traveler, lend me your aid just this once. A single Sango pearl is all I ask, to be laid before their tombs. This way you'll be able to light the soul lamps at the stone shrine here and open the way to the soul guide's locus and bring their spirits peace. Is that another island? The soul guide's locus? Alright, cool. Thank you. This task is in your hands then. Alright, off to go find the 7 royal tombs. At least they tell me exactly where they are. That's nice. That's helpful. Here lies Surupio no Mikoto, who contracted a terrible illness as a young child. Upon recovering, gained some knowledge in the realm of medicine. Here's your Sango Pearl, buddy. Okay. Go to this one. Here lies Risu Taiosu no Mikoto, who loved to imitate the craftsmen who molded with clay, creating sculptures of the female officials of the court that were exquisite and lifelike. There you go. Well, at least this quest is not as hard as the books. Oh, hey. Still left here.
Hear the truth. My holy proclamation.
Wheel of life.
The power of revelation. The truth shall set you free.
Higher, higher,
Hear
fire,
ye
fire.
the word of joy. Grace be upon you. The door is opened unto you.
Here lies Eon no Mikoto, versed in fortune telling. I think I read this one already. In sigil signs, but who often predicted falsely, never errant only when reading the span of his own years. The only thing I did not do was give him a Sango Pearl because I didn't know to give him a Sango Pearl. Also, you're taking my mats. May you rest in peace. Why I gotta be a lector at everyone I'm going to?
Hear the truth, the gifts of grace.
Can't you come back later?
Solidify. Of the light shine. The power of revelation.
Solidify. This is order.
Breathe. Hear ye the word of joy.
Time to go.
The truth shall endure.
Here lies Hiramuman no Mikoto. Oft did he insist that there must be a world beyond our skies, but they were just wild claims. Interesting. Here lies Orupetsu no Mikoto, who is skilled in music as a youth, specializing in playing the lyre. Please don't kill me while I'm in this voiceover. His voice was so lovely that even the very earth would be moved. Please don't kill me while this script is going. Please. Please, just let me offer the Song of Pearl and go home. What the actual... Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. You know, I was just, paying my respects. You guys decided to just attack me.
Solidify!
Life goes on.
For that, I'm taking your chest. I was gonna take your chest anyway, but...
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin. Phew. Go.
So, it is a treasure coffin for all those who attacked me while I was paying my respects. Pretty sure I read this one too.
Go.
I remember if there was a lector over here as well. Here lies Isumenasu no Mikoto. On his free days, he would go boating, consulting his map of the country. There you go. There's one more. Here lies Rikoru no Mikoto. He loved to build. He once built a small-scale Danichi Mikoshi, 6 feet tall and immensely vivid. There you go. It looks like we finished paying respects. Oh, the stone shrine, tell the spirit there about this. Oh, alright. Oh, it has something to do with this. Ah, the 7 soul lamps are lit. Seems that you have completed your task. I will always remember how you have aided me. Now come, allow me to open it for you. The path to the soul guides Locust. Traveler from a foreign land, I know that I've caused you much trouble, but please, bear witness as they are laid to rest. Follow this path. I will meet you on its far side. Go to the soul guides Locust. Well, what is this? Wait, can I... You can just walk on nothing. You can get up here at all. No, well, we can. What the heck is that? It's a triangle. Alright. Traveler, you have arrived. This is the Soul Guide's locus, and this is where my final thoughts remain. When the Sun Children reached a certain age, they would follow a ceremony and enter the Danichi Mikoshi on their birthday. Yes, and that process was known as the Rite of Solar Return. Sun Children were birthed from the Danichi Mikoshi, and they would again return to the seat of the sun before the mortal world could taint them. The temperature of the Danichi Mikoshi was such that its light could warm all of Byaku Yakoku. Of the Sun Children, naught but shreds of the souls at once were returned at last to the locus. But I still believe that, perhaps, I was the one who opened the locus. I might be able to use my memories to supplement what remains of their souls. Allow me to try. Piramuman, Oru Piyasu, I am here. Will you not return? How did it go? The 7 Sun Children, Pirumuman and Oru Piyasu, were raised by mine own hand. Even they will not return. It seems that my memories alone are insufficient. If only there was something I could use as a medium. If I had the divine brittle, perhaps the badge of the Sun Child's office, it might just work. But alas, it was lost to us long ago. This nation, Byaku Yakoku, still hates those children. Perhaps my desire to free their souls is but a forlorn hope. But still, traveler, do you consider this many final request? Could you help to find the divine brittle? Absolutely, I'm still looking for some books, but yeah, I'll go look for a divine brittle, sure. I know that the chances of finding it are quite slim, and indeed it is rude of me to ask yet more of you. But I'll do my best, man. Woman. Thank you. Still, the brittle has been lost for many long years. You need not rush. If you should hear of it, please tell me. My name is Abaraku, Helios Forager. And Paimon's as well, Paimon. My name is... I see, so you are a guest from afar. I only regret that I have come to meet you in such a horrid state. It's alright. Still, why are you here, mister? I am the creator of the Helios, and this place is my final resting place. Falling asleep in a dark, icy place, never to wake. How could I just die like that? I, the Helios Forager. The creator of the Helios? What's the Helios? Right, Helios is what I called my creation in private. Perhaps this is not known to you, but the people of Byaku Yakoku call this thing the Danichi Mikoshi. Helios is the Danichi Mikoshi, the solar chariot that drives the Hyperion. Byakuya no Hikari. Huh. That's you, then. Indeed it is. O traveler from another land, though I did create it, was placed under house arrest and imprisoned above my own creation. After my death, my soul was scattered across the land of Byaku Yakoku, and many of my memories were lost in that scattering. I remember that there was something very important high above the Danichi Mikoshi, but I can no longer remember it. Please, distant wayfarer, could you help me retrieve my clothes, crown, and bones, which have been placed in 3 different places? You may find them in the Narrows, the Evernight Temple, and the Serpent's Heart. Offer them up upon the 3 altars, and my soul shall be reunited, and I shall be able to open the way to the Danichi Mikoshi for you. Then you will be able to travel above the Danichi Mikoshi, into the closed spaces hidden in the veil of Evernight. It just keeps going.
Wanna come over for tea?
Does it tell me where they are? I don't think it does. Something's coming out. Looks like some kind of afterimage again. My name is Abaraku Helios Forager. Oh, Paimon knows this one. So what he's saying is, he's Helios Forager, right? No, his name's Abaraku. Oh, Abaraku, what a weird name. Wait, but if he's Abaraku, what's the Helios? Helios. Mine own creation, Helios. When it was finished, its light spread from horizon to horizon. Thus were the people spared from the dragon scourge. How the people gazed upon it then. How they wept hot tears, raised their arms with joyful cries, unable to restrain their intense emotions. No, wait. Why am I here? Why has my soul become lost in the realm of dreams, unable to find rest? Did you get that this time, Paimon? Sure did. The spirit seems disturbed. I remember now, my soul is rent. If it can be made whole, I can be at peace once more. In this task must you play a critical role, and so I say unto you. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. A portion of my bones should be enshrined in this place. They have long rotted away. Please, I beseech you, take these articles that carry my remnant thoughts with you. There are, however, monsters abound here, who will keep my soul entrapped, and they will swarm over once an object within which my soul rests is removed. This matter is perilous. Tell me once you are ready, O traveler, and we shall begin. I'm ready. Are you fully girded up? Yep, I am. And I wish you ever success in your battle ahead. Alright.
Sacred name, fortune preserver. Jackpot.
It seems that your strength is more than sufficient to help escort the enshrined items. This way, I can finally rest easy. Those items must be sent in order to what now? In order to. Uh-oh. Looks like he's gone into broken clock mode. But the offerings he was talking about were probably these items, slightly beat up as they might look. And that is the offerings of the Narrows. Alright, suspects. What's going on? Are you the Jibashiri they've sent to release us? Nah, you're too young. Must be an apprentice or something. But you know what? I'm not shocked. I'll bet those high and mighty Jibashiri couldn't stand the loss of face from accusing 3 innocent people, so they sent some youngster down to do their dirty work and apologize in their stead. Isn't that right? Are you the people who've been suspected of stealing before Sun and Moon? One of the books! Was suspected. The name's Ogura, and we were falsely accused, right? But never mind that. You're not here to let us out, are you? Well, if not that, I suppose you're after that guy. That guy? The third guy. I don't know him well, but the fellow next to me does. Just a bit, but it counts. Go on, ask him. The guy who escaped is a rather fierce character, but I can guarantee that he, like the two of us here, is innocent. I mean, come on, it's Enkanomiya's last day. Let's not endanger human lives now, shall we? Okay. Forget the book. Forget whether we were falsely accused or not. Go find Ante. Ante. Yes, he's the third guy who was locked up together with us. I'm Ushima, and as for that guy, his name's Antigonus, or Ante, if you want the Narakumi Island-sized version. He was an apprentice Jibashiri as well. Fierce temper and super strong to boot. He escaped by grabbing the tiny bumps in the cliff and climbing right out of here. That's just horrifying. Is that even possible for normal people? Actually, I can do that too. Forget it. People who volunteer to become Jibashiri, I bet you've trained so hard that you've ceased to be human anymore. I've heard that the test to become a Jibashiri involves the candidate lifting one foot with both hands and standing in a circle. Then they get 12 other Jibashiri to stab at them with spears, and if they can go an entire night without being injured, they pass. That's horrific. I mean, you're a Jibashiri candidate. Is that rumor true? No. Seriously, you're telling me that it's even worse? Come on, tell me. Yeah, Ante's more important. No, right, yeah. He said that he would leave us a picture of a bird as a sign to mark his path. It's an animal you can't find here in Enkanomiya. It can fly, it has wings, and it symbolizes freedom or something. Isn't that a bird? Right, that's right. Bird. He told me his plan was to climb up, retrieve a set of official issue exploration gear that he'd hidden there beforehand, and then set off in the direction of the Serpent's Heart. Said he was following some leads about a delegation from Conria. Said they'd prove our innocence, even if that was the last thing he did, and that if any officials or shrine maidens came to look for us, we should tell them that he was headed for the Serpent's Heart. So yeah, even if he doesn't make it, he'll leave a bird picture behind as a clue to lead people to the proof that we're innocent. As long as nothing goes wrong, you should be able to find him by following the bird pictures. Our lives are at stake here, so please go. Bird pictures? Everyone thinks their story ended happily in the end. They were released, left enkanomiya, and lived in Watasumi Island for the rest of their days. Did I use elemental vision? How am I supposed to find this guy? Bird pictures, right? What did the bird pictures even look like? Are they big bird pictures? Are they small bird pictures? Is it during the day? Is it during... Oh, no, it has to be during the day. It has to be. Oh. The transgressor. You two are... Are you Ante? That's right, that's me. I feel a little strange. I remember chasing those scoundrels, ripping a core out and throwing it into a camp. Then after that I got a little woozy from my own injuries. It's hurt pretty bad. Then I woke up, and then I met you, and now I feel fine. Tell me, am I going to die soon or something? You're already dead. No, that's not important right now. Are you here to arrest me again? I've already proven my innocence. It was those people from Conria. They were the ones who stole that library book. I was assigned as one of their bodyguards, sure. There's no way I would have been in cahoots with them. I tracked their diplomatic team to this place and beat them all. But I spent a long time dealing with some giant mechanical creature they had with them. Finally I was able to tear its core out, but I was wounded seriously in the process. The disabled machine crashed on top of the lost book. There's no way to retrieve it now. Wow, Byaku Yakoku's Jibashiri are pretty tough. Wait, you weren't Jibashiri or candidates yourselves? Whatever. Jibashiri started out as heroes who fought against the Bathysmal Bishops. It's only later that they became law enforcement, judges of the Nether. The machine's core is in the camp. Go there and have a look if you don't believe me. The abandoned ruin guard? Okay. I can investigate his stuff? No. You mean this one? Activate the ruin guard? Ah, yes, that was so smart.
Oh, wheel of life. Like, wow.
Quake!
This isn't good. It's over.
Give me the book. For Sun and Moon. Great. That's 4 books down? 1 to go? Did you get the book? We did. You're indeed innocent, Ante. From how you spoke earlier, you aren't Jibashiri, which is a shame. Could have declared me innocent on the spot otherwise. That would have saved me some time. Again, I feel really energized, but I'm quite sure that I was exhausted from losing too much blood just a while ago. Just can't shake the feeling that I'm going to die shortly. You're already dead, dude. Let me ask you a question, stranger. Does a man sin who has been wrongly convicted by Byaku Yakoku? If I, due to my disturbed state of mind, was left here by Tokoyo Okami as a sin shade, is this transgression? Am I guilty? No, you aren't. Be careful. If he realizes that, then he's going to disappear. You're just an after-image that Ante left behind. You are innocent, and I will make sure the world knows that. Haha, so that's it. So I'm just a shadow, left behind after my death. And I am innocent. Ante's after-image starts to recite some burger. No! I get to read all that. Well, that's unfortunate. My name is Abaraku Helios Forager. What's the Helios? Is this something very impressive? Verily, 'twas I who organized the building of the Helios with the might of an entire nation behind me, that we might resist the dragon heirs of the depths. This unsurpassed deed could have been done by no other in Byaku Yakoku, none save I. Huh. Guess that is pretty impressive. But why would such a great person be sealed in here? I was betrayed. When the Sky Kingdom crashed into the bottomless depths, the people were scourged by dragons, and thus did I, yes, 'twas I, begin building the Helios to save us all from our fate. But those ravening rogues, the moment their lives were no longer in danger, they began to deceive and lie. They even advocated placing mere infants on the throne. Laughable. Even I became the target of their schemes and was left in jail to rot. A pox upon them all. Right, you. He's talking to you, Paimon. Now he's clearly looking at you. A very heated look in his eyes, too. It can only be you. My sacred robes were once placed here, but they have all but rotted away in the passing of years, can no longer be relied upon. But if you can pass the test, then I shall hand the offerings into which I have nested my thoughts unto you. I pray for your success. This matter is perilous. Tell me once you are ready, O traveler, and we shall begin. Are you geared up? Heck yeah. Then I wish you every success in your battle ahead. Well, I failed.
Solidify! I will have order!
Life goes on.
By royal decree, wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Jackpots.
Incredible. Although you didn't do it on your first try. You may just be able to do this. Please then, I beg you, carry these offerings. The offerings you must. You must take them away to... What's wrong? Oh, brother, his words are getting less and less clear. Take them to the place of enshrining and join the parts of my soul in order to... Hello, Mr. Spirit. In order to do what again? In order to... This guy isn't making himself clear at all. Seems we're supposed to take these offerings somewhere. Paimon got that much. These offerings have been here for so long. Who knows if there's anything edible here? Best not to eat them all the same. Hey, Paimon doesn't just eat anything, alright? Well, let's take the offerings with us anyway. Okay. Good thing I already know where I need to go. I know where you are. There we go. Dana Amici.
Huh? Phew.
That's the second one. That's the third one. What? There's another triangle? The offering's done. Earlier, that soul remnant said that the offerings could open the way to Danichi Mikoshi. Let's go up and have a look. Reach the top of the Danichi Mikoshi. So I've made my way up to the Danichi Mikoshi. I'm just trying to figure out how to get into the center.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Sweet Amaraku. Ah, traveler from another land, it is you. Thanks to you, my soul has become whole, and I now recall everything incredible. Perhaps you already know that in the distant past, there was only a great darkness in Byaku Yakoku, and that those who lived there dwelt in fear of the dragon heirs of the depths. Back then, it was I who organized the construction of the Danichi Mikoshi, and thus did Byaku Yakoku obtain a cyclical night and day, and thus did the name Byakuya come about. It was said that now that the Danichi Mikoshi has been built, though this land is in everlasting night, we can at least tell black from white. How mortifying, then, that before the shreds of my soul were reunited, I could not even remember that day when the people crowded around the completed Danichi Mikoshi. It should have been my fondest memory. But alas. Alas what? When Danichi Mikoshi was built, dragon heirs were defeated, repelled by a light that they were unused to. Thus did the people regain peace of mind. But the moment peace began to reign, the human heart is hard to comprehend. Who knew then that they would have begun to nurse such evil intent? O traveler from afar, I am certain that you know how voracious villains will seize for themselves riches and power if given the chance, more than they ever deserved. And so they use the people, leading them unto the worship of the Danichi Mikoshi, leading them into the folly of believing in such vain and dead objects. In the end, they even proclaim the rule of the Sunchild over the land. The Sunchild. Indeed, there will always be a young infant chosen to be the Sunchild. Of course, such children would not have been of age to understand the world. They would not have been fit to rule, and so they served as puppets, going along with those who pulled their strings in the background. I wanted to oppose this, but I was accused of high treason by the Sunchild under their control and imprisoned here. Ah, the Sunchild. But wouldn't the Sunchild eventually realize that they were being manipulated? And that is why no Sunchild has ever reached maturity, for it is as you say, grown people are not so easily swayed by villains. The hallowed Sunchild, their birth right begun on Pegasus, shall ride to the feast of the sun. So on one of their birthdays, yes, they would be taken to the inner sanctum of the Danichi Mikoshi, dressed up as those attending birthrights, and in high spirits. The thing hidden here is related to them. This brittle is the proof that one is indeed a child of the sun. I hid it here, thinking to someday hand it over and alert the people, but I suppose that such a deed is meaningless now. Travel from another land is neither able to protect those children nor this nation. My name is Abaraku Helios Forager. I organized the construction of the Danichi Mikoshi. It was I who hung a bright mirror on high amidst the ever night, and I thought myself a genius. And such talent I had, such ability. I dreamed of using the Danichi Mikoshi to wash away the darkness, but I did not then know that it was the great greed and desire within human hearts that was the all-devouring night everlasting. Guessed from afar, I now give the brittle into your hands. This divine brittle is a testament to our supremely laughable history. Keep it well, nay, do with it whatever you wish. It's too precious of a gift. You know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to go give it to another quest giver. Ah, nay, it has already been rendered meaningless, that I have been restored to wholeness and become able to hand it to you as fate, and for this thing it shall be considered a fine death. Ah, all the talent, all the ability. The divine brittle is mine! Alright. I found the divine brittle! Huzzah! Wait, no. That's not right. There it is. I have found what you've been searching for. Traveler, have you found the brittle? Could you let me have a look at it? Of course, Clemente. Ah, this is the divine brittle, the genuine article indeed. I never thought that the day would come when I might lay eyes on it once more. Traveler, tell me, whence did you get this? From Abaraku. From Abaraku no Mikoto himself. How strange. I remember clearly that he was a great figure from the days when our nation had just been founded, but it was said that he planned to usurp the seat of the Sunchild and was branded with the crime of treason. Since you say that you obtained it from his hands, perhaps there are hidden things at work that I do not understand. So fate has decreed the brittle should resurface here. I can recall the faces of those children already. This way, I might finally atone for my failings. Traveler, place the brittle within the pool at the locust with it. We can surely revivify their souls. Yes, that they may be made whole, and that they may walk the path to the next life. Hale? Hail? Within the waters. Oh, that's pretty amazing. Ah, Piramu Mammon, you did so love books, saying that there must be a world outside our knowledge, though I did not believe you then. How I smiled and shook my head at your wild pronouncements. Alas, alas, should have believed you. You said that one day you would escape the Dunichi Mikoshi and venture into paths beyond. Go now, Piramumon. Let no one shackle you again. Go, be free. And you, Orupesu, what would I give to hear you sing again? There was no one who could hear your clear, pure voice and did not wish to sing along in their hearts. The night before the rite of solar return, you suddenly wished to hear my voice, no matter what you desired to hear me sing. You told me that no matter how terribly I sang, you would not laugh. You knew, didn't you? You knew that this solar return would be your last. And yet to the end, Clementi, I apologize. That was unsightly of me. The female official who serves the Sun Children is meant to maintain her purity. She shall never marry. Thus, I had no children of my own all my life. These children whom I served and watched grow older, at some point, they became closer to me than blood. Thank you, traveler. Thank you for finding the brittle. It has passed through the hands of every Sunchild, and the memories it has inherited is enough to fill the gaps in their souls, even though these memories are double-sided. Double-sided? Of course, in this case, the memories are twofold. On one hand, you have your own memories, and on the other, you have others' memories of you. Thus, the gaps are being filled by both the Sun Children's own memories imprinted upon the brittle, as well as the memories of them as the children who were blamed by Byaku Yakoku, of those who became children of sin. My own memories are insufficient, so I had to supplement them with those of the people of our nation. And it is thanks to these transgressions that have been laid upon them that they have now been remembered by Byaku Yakoku, and can now leave their afterimages behind. Thank you, traveler. My greatest wish now lies fulfilled. I can finally be at ease. Yes, I can finally be with those children again. Why is this place so sad? I'm happy I'm helping out, but why is it so sad? Never give up, children. Hope is amongst you. Is that you, children? Have you succeeded, my children? No, I can feel it. You are not. This person seems to have gone blind before becoming an afterimage. Whoever you are, please, could you help me? Help me find my children. I must tell them something. First off, who are you? My name is... I've forgotten my name. I only remember I once stood forward for Byakuya-koku, and I fought for hope. To this day, I remain a member of the resistance. But what would you be resisting down here in Byakuya-koku? Those filthy holier than thou nobles, of course. They claim to have received some divine decree and fly the flag of the gods, but they only seek to satiate their base desires. Ostensibly, they guard the Sunchild, but in truth, they are the real rulers of the nation, parasitic worms who suck the flesh and blood of the people. They must be destroyed. You remember all this so well, but you don't even remember your name? This only goes to show how cruel their methods are. I was captured after a previous failure, imprisoned here in this altar, and tortured. This prison is a malignant thing. Even now, I can feel my soul being ground down, precious things stripped away from me. Please, kind soul, I beg you, while I still yet remember, help me find my children. Tell them to never give up, for hope lives amongst them. Your children. There is a group of bright young minds who follow me willingly. They are my students, in our reserve force. I see them as my own children. Those wicked people at the top used all manner of ways to pry my mouth open and force me to give those children up, but I did not. After all, I know that hope lives amongst them. They're probably all gone by this point. No, never. They are good children. They will surely hold on to our ideals. I haven't given up, nor do I believe that they have either. How will we find them? I remember that. Surely I do. Let me tell you where they are hiding. But if we do find them, how will we explain ourselves to them? We came here because a resistance member who has forgotten his name told us to. No, that will not do. I have taught them well. Unless you prove yourselves, they will not trust you. But I cannot even recall my own name. Curses. This guy seems like he was once a wanted criminal in Byakuya-koku, the kind you'd write into the history books. Paimon bets that it shouldn't be hard for us to find some record of him. We might even find some nearby. History should recall my name. I pray that history may be written by those who inherit our will. Lotus Eater. Here lies Spartacus the Righteous, known now as Subhara no Hiko. Beneath lies a litany of his crimes. Read them and remember our history. Subhara no Hiko, the notorious outlaw, mastermind of great crimes, and the root of unrest, now in the name of Tokoyo Okami, may his sight be cut off, and may his soul be crushed. May he be thrown into a deep prison, now and forever. This reads the bandit Subhara no Hiko. No, it should just be Subhara no Hiko. That's that man's name. Let's go tell him quick. You, who are you? You sound quite familiar. You've forgotten us already? Oh no, you're in a worse shape than Paimon thought. Thank you. Are we truly acquainted? We're just looking for your identity. Ah yes, I remember. In this place, your very soul shall be eroded. My memories must have been ground away too severely. I'm sorry. Did you manage to find anything useful then? Sparta no Hiko, right. Yes, that's correct. I'm the leader of the resistance, Spartacus. Oh, so they're both your name, then. As expected, I have an awesome leader. You've even got 2 names. Thank you so much for returning my name to me. I seem to have remembered some other things as well. After the sun, the darkness starts, but true light hides within our hearts. What does that mean? This is our secret passcode. Now that I have my name back, my memories are returning as well. This should be our passcode. Now let me tell you where my children are hidden. Would you like me to bring them here to see you? No, never. Our only advantage is that the enemy is in the open. While we are in the shadows, the hearts of Byakuyoku's people are all with us, and we must not reveal ourselves so cheaply. Moreover, I cannot remember every single one of their names. I even forgot my own. So yes, tell them to never give up, for the hope of Byakuyoku lives amongst them.
With the wind.
Who are you? Leave, you shouldn't be here. After the sun, the darkness starts. But true light hides within our hearts. I'd almost forgotten, it's been so long since I've heard this phrase. Tell me, my good comrade, who sent you? Supada no Hiko. Master Spartacus, Master sent you. Where is he? I only know that he was captured during the uprising by the henchmen of the Sunchild. We lost all contact with him after that. He's been locked in the altar at the Serpent's Heart, and judging by how things look, he can't get out. That's why he sent us to look for you. That accursed Sunchild. What instructions did Master entrust you with? He just asked us to carry a message. Never give up, children. The hope of Byakuyoku lives amongst you. I'm sorry, we have failed you, Master. What's the matter? Resistance is no more. After Master was captured, the backbone of the resistance collapsed utterly. Only those of us students who follow him ordinarily escape thanks to being far from the center of events. Afterward, those of us who were lucky enough to get away fled to our pre-prepared hiding places, hoping to muster our strength once more. We have excellent strategists, professional scholars, skilled mystics, and reliable doctors amongst us. Well, that sounds promising. That's what we thought too. Given time, we believed that we could revitalize the movement. But all these things needed funds, which we didn't have any of. Finally, someone suggested that we sell dragon bone orbs. It's a dragon bone orb. It is a rare fruit that dragon bone flowers will bear under special circumstances. Its fragrance can relax the mind and calm anxious thoughts, sweeping all of one's worries away. As such, it can fetch a very high price on the market. Is it really that mystical? Sure this isn't a scam? I only wish it were all a lie. Naive as I was, I did not perceive the perils that lay down that path. I do not know where the formula came from, but I do know that it did earn us a lot of capital. Everything was going so well, but soon we discovered that some of our comrades suddenly began to avoid conflict and reject the idea of going into battle. The number of such people increased by the day, to the point where they requested to leave our ranks. I was unable to stop them. How did this happen? Is this because the orbs earned you and your comrades so much money that most people lost the will to fight on? Do you mean the corrupting allure of money? No. I don't know. I only know that when oppressed peoples grow satisfied with their lives, they cease to resist. That was where the collapse started, and once it began, there was no stopping it. Sometimes I actually wonder if the formula for making these things wasn't leaked to us by those despicable rulers. Sometimes I wonder if the best-selling nature of these orbs wasn't all a false pretense created by those despicable rulers. If Master had been there, I'm sure that he would have been able to control the situation. He might even have nipped it in the bud right from the start. I'm sorry, Master. Cannot become hope. Would you like to see your Master? Sometimes I wonder if the best-selling nature of these orbs wasn't all a false pretense created by those despicable rulers. If Master had been there, I'm sure that he would have been able to control the situation. Nipped it in the bud right from the start. Oh, I guess I can't ask that. I'm very sorry to hear that. Cannot face him like this. But still, you have my thanks for bringing news of him. I do not have anything with which I can thank you. If you do not mind, allow me to tell you the secret of the dragon bone orbs. They can only be created through the use of the waters of Tokoyo Reason. That is to say, the waters of Lethe. raisin. More like resin? Perhaps you might be able to exchange it for some money, or keep it for yourself. Still be wary. Keep your desire to press onward about you. I'm gonna try to make some dragon bone orbs. Go to Tokyo Race. I was gonna make a dragon bone orb. Supposed to be the Tokyo Racing they were talking about, right? Guess we can grab some water from Leth and use it to water the dragon bone flower. Are these the waters of Leth? They don't look like anything special. Never mind, like something magical. Well, here goes nothing. Let's just grab some.
Huh? Go! Huh? Hup! Go!
Feels like there's been some change. All we can do now is wait. Let's come back later and have a look. Guess it's time to wait. Alright, it's been a day, and I'm going to go get the dragon orb. Yeah. Is the orb done cooking? Is it done? Is it finished? This is a dragon bone orb. Looks pretty ordinary. Doesn't look very mysterious or useful. Will it really sell for a lot? Maybe we could try taking this to the various shops we've been to, you know, with wind combs. I didn't even get to read all the lines. You know what, Paimon? Cool. I've got some treasure I'd like to sell. Not sure how much it's worth, but I'd like to sell it. Well, to tell you the truth, we've managed to restore a regular supply of goods. We don't really make collecting odds and ends a habit in any case. But just from looking at you, I think it's safe to assume that it's something most interesting indeed. Well, why don't you let me have a look at it then? Tell me, Koshiji, unsure about the Dragon Bone Orb. I'll be honest with you, while this is quite the curious tale, it does seem a bit too out there. This object falls somewhat outside of my area of expertise. Please don't scoff, I am but a mere craftsman myself. How about this then? 80,000 and 5 sashimi platters. Those dishes aren't cheap by any means, mind you. If you agree to this price, I will buy this treasure. What will you use it for? Not sure at the moment. I'll need to give it some thought. the situation is right, I might be able to modify this into a special Netsuke and sell it for a decent price. If you agree to this price, I will buy this treasure. Will all of them accept this Dragon Bone Orb, though? Fair enough. I need to give this a little thought myself. You can come to me again once you've thought things over. I mean, if I Mondstadt. I don't know why Mondstadt would be the place to go, but that's an option.
Huh? Phew.
You want to sell treasure? That's quite a surprise. Imagine that an adventurer as skilled as you must have some truly rare goods to sell. Let me have a look. Isn't this what the bards called the fret not fruit? To think that it really exists, so its real name is the Dragon Bone Orb. If its effects are as you say, I'd be willing to pay 80,000 mora and some specialty dishes for it. How does 80,000 mora and 5 moon pies sound to you? What will you use it for? I mean, it's such a unique treasure. Why, it has abilities straight out of a fairy tale. I doubt those alchemists would be loath to part with their mora. How does 80,000... let me think about it some more. What was the point of me getting this treasure? I mean, clearly it was to sell it. But 80,000 is just really low.
Huh?
How about I told you that my price was the best? It's yours. I'll take it then. Thanks for your patronage. Yes, such beads formed from condensation tend to evaporate slowly in the wind. As such, it might be best to cover it with a diaphragm or place it in a sealed container to ensure its quality. I'll give you this tip free of charge. Hopefully it'll be of some use to you in your adventures. If you encounter such treasures in the future, always remember that you'll have a loyal buyer in me. And I got some moon pies. Cool. 80,000 more. Oh ho, judging by your appearance, you must be a traveler from another nation. Where do you hail from? We're from Mondstadt. Mondstadt. Describe the Mondstadt scenery to Pyramon in a similar manner. I've never heard of such a city. To think there was such a place. It's just as I said then. The world couldn't possibly only be the size of Byaku Yakoku. I mean, if Byaku Yakoku were all there was in the world, that would be a most lonely world indeed. Ancient texts also talk about times before our nation was founded. That's when I began to believe that there were lands beyond ours. But I was still scared, you know? Scared that there was really nothing else out there. You have no idea, traveler, how much your arrival sets my heart at ease. So there are many more fascinating places to see in this world. It's just a shame that I have this festival called the Rite of Solar Return to attend to. How about this, traveler? Tell me how you came here. Once the festival has ended, I'll find an opportunity to sneak out of the Danichi Mikoshi. Let's have some fruit juice together instead. Stop moving. Oh, stop it. Stop, I say. Come on. I told you to stop moving. Didn't you hear me? Paimon can't just stop moving. Would you fall down, Paimon? No way. Alright. Turn around then. I have never seen these clothes in my life. They're not entirely aesthetically pleasing, but they are somewhat interesting. If you don't like them, why do you even look? Seriously, asking those lady retainers to model for me was hardly this difficult. That said, I've gotten quite sick of looking at the way our people dress. As for what you're wearing now, that's new. I know. So that's how they put those clothes together. Wow, you outsiders really are shameless. I see. So if the clothes are made like that, then the body shape should be like this. What are you doing? Making a statue. I mix clay and water, and then I knead them into shape with both hands. It helps to calm me. It's one of the only things that does. And you know what definitely doesn't calm me? Sitting in regular meetings, reading aloud based on material pre-written by those adults. Well, whatever. I'm done with your forms as well. Now stop bothering me. Go do your own stuff. Travelers from distant lands. You seem quite tired. That one too, you know. Many illnesses have their humble beginnings in exhaustion. You must ensure that you get enough rest every day so that you can grow healthily. You know what? You're not looking too good yourself. It is an old malady of mine. You must maintain a healthy body to stimulate a healthy soul, traveler. If only I had more time, I would become the greatest physician in the world. That way, even with this body of mine, I would surely be able to walk out of my room in good health, play to my heart's content. Guess this just isn't my day. What's wrong? The results of my shooting training have been getting worse and worse. One of these days, I swear I'll end up hitting myself in the knee. Why are you practicing archery in a place like this? Bah, it's all the fault of that Jibashiri. He suggested I do this. You know what? I wonder if all of them aren't just a bunch of sadists. By the way, do you know anything about unagi farming? I feel like there isn't much of a future for my archery, so you know, might as well do something else. Just two things have anything in common? Oh right, never mind. Looks like you don't know the first thing about unagi farming. No, I don't. You need to catch some unagi fry first, for starters, but they're so small that you can barely see them with the naked eye. So I got to thinking that since archers can hit targets from very far away, they must have good eyes. As such, I went to ask some experienced Shibashiri about how to train my eyesight. Akashi, you have to take training slowly. You can only make steadier progress once you've laid a good foundation. Unagi fry are small and move about wildly, so you need to start with static targets, not ones that are too close either. If you want to do things right, you've got to do things seriously. So I followed his instructions, practicing archery here, but I haven't hit the target even once. Is it even possible anyway? Actually, do you want to give it a go? You stand on that stone platform, you can see the targets, hit them all, and it'll be considered a success. Sure, leave it to me. Alright then, let me see your true abilities. Don't forget to come find me when you're done. What? First I need to...
Keep your eyes wide open.
Ooh, got it. I knew you could do it. Wow, you got it. You looked like a real pro out there. Though I doubt someone without proper training like myself could reach your standards, not even if I trained for a few years more. And I haven't seen a live jumping unagi for a long time either. What with coming here every day to train and all. Do you like unagi, by the way? I do. Is that so? As for me, I love them. So much so that I'd love to try raising some one day. Don't you think they look cute? Well, unagi on a dinner platter are best, of course. Lovely to look at and to taste. One heck of a combination. Speaking of which, do you think I've got my priorities wrong? I mean, I'm only practicing archery because I want to raise unagi. But I only want to do that because I love them. In the end, I love them when they're living free. So there's probably no point trying to raise them, you know. In any case, thanks for the demonstration. Please take these. Good luck. Step right up.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, traveler, you look pretty interesting. What say I take a stab at reading your fortune? I am Ion, after all. I never miss a reading. Really? You sound like a hustler. Also, Pam remembers that his tombstone read... Oh, come now. What's with that suspicious look? I always read people's fortunes. That said, few of Byaku Yakoku's people have happy fates awaiting them. so I often cheat them, telling them that their luck will turn. If nothing else, I think I can grant them a little happiness that way. In the end, they said that I couldn't tell fortunes at all. Ah, how saddening. Is that how it is? Well, little one, I'll prove it to you right now. Oh, sure. Try Paimon on for size. Alright, let me have a careful go at this. Huh? Why is there so much interference? Eh? What's wrong? I can't read your fortune. How could that be? I don't get it exactly right most of the time, but I usually don't fail to get a reading at all. Well, guess you ain't that good, huh? It does seem so. Seems that I must continue my studies in earnest. So you are the traveler from afar. What are you pursuing? Sight of you coming this way was grievous to watch. Grief. What's there to be sad about? For a singer of songs, everything in this world is worth grieving. Where there are meetings, there must be partings, and those who are born will one day return to the earth. Reunions are too brief to salve the pain of long separations, and as for you, traveler, only those in pursuit of something will journey into another realm as you do. The locals, who have lived here for a long time, would find such a journey romantic, but for the wayfarer themselves, it may mean unspeakable pain. If you came in an earlier clime, I might have sung for you. But I have sworn an oath with someone that I shall not sing again till I hear her voice. Can only wish you well, though you seem far older than I. I hope your wish comes true. What? Don't disturb me, I'm thinking. Yes, I'm thinking about something very important. What is it? Have you seen that thing they call the Danichi Mikoshi? Tallest thing in the whole country. I was thinking about how I can build something even taller than that. But it's only so tall that so that it can light up Byaku Yakoku, right? What's the reason for your building being so tall? To display my glory, of course. The glory of Rikoru the Great. That'll show that old man Abaraku who's boss. You know? Of course, he built the Danichi Mikoshi and saved Byaku Yakoku. I used to look up to him, but as it turned out, he had designs on the throne. If it wasn't for those adults, I would be dead right now. That's why I will build something taller than the Danichi Mikoshi. How long will that take? Like I care. The people of Byaku Yakoku should be happy that I would ask them to build such a historical wonder for me. Alright then, stop bothering me. Let me think, if the beams are this long, if we do it that way, the load bearing and wood joinery. I've never seen people dressed like you are before. Are you someone who fell from beyond the skies? So the world does not end with our glorious nation. Well then, surrender your maps to me for my perusal. How very intricate. Not only are the landforms accurately drawn, but even the paths of the mountains and rivers can be seen. Well then, how large is this nation you call Tevat? How does it measure up to Byaku Yakoku? Tevat's a whole continent. Also enkanomiya, that is, Byaku Yakoku, is this small patch on the south end of the map. Nonsense, our lands are vast and broad. How can they occupy but such a puny space? This map may seem exquisitely drawn, but is in truth an arrant fraud. Away with it. To think I had even a moment of admiration for this cheap charlatanry to the defilement of mine eyes. Well, suit yourself, kiddo. Ah, it's you. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. How are things going with the unreturned books? I have them all. You got them all. These 4 books are the ones I'm looking for, yes. But what's with this copy of The Serpent and Drakes of Tokyoku? It doesn't have the unified cover that our collection uses, and I can't read a word of it. Well, we actually can't read your script, but we can confirm that this is the right book. Really? You're not just trying to trick me, are you? I mean, I'm not trying to make life hard for you, but I think I might get another anxiety attack. Could you tell me what this book is about? You tell Emma about Watatsumi Omikami's victory over the divisional fish app. That is the story of this book, yes. If you say so, I'll believe you. Now that all the books are back, it's like a weight has been lifted off my back. Guess I won't have to look after that deep-sea spirit herb. After all, you know what? I've decided that when I get up above the surface, I'm going to become a master of raw fish dishes. After tomorrow, come look for me on Watatsumi Island. I'll show you what I can do. Do you make raw fish dishes often, Emma? Not really. I haven't touched a kitchen knife in my life, really, but I'm the only one who has read a lot of books about Narukami Island cuisine. You might even consider me the first person in Byakuyakoku to know about the thing they call sashimi. Just be careful not to cut yourself, alright? I won't argue with you further. I'll let my cooking do the talking. Just you wait. Alright then, please help me put the books back on that shelf over there. What? Excuse me? What is this? Some Mario? What? So definitely some Mario going on here. And a painting. And I'll take a look. I wonder if there's another book.
Huh? Phew. Huh? Jackpot.
I should start thinking about what I should call my future restaurant. Alright. And I think that does it. Yep.